Hello, my name is Todd Press, and I am running to serve as your representative on the Thousand Oaks City Council. This is a short message regarding several questions that I've received from constituents in Thousand Oaks. I want to begin with this. If we want to enjoy the benefit of foresight, we have to have a vision for a better Thousand Oaks tomorrow. That is the very heart of my platform. I'm going to only discuss 3 issues on the platform, 3 of the 7. Number 1, implementation of an accountability and disclosure policy and procedure guideline. Now I'm talking about a manual. Every Fortune 500 company knows that accountability and disclosure in decision-making process is critical in forecasting the success or failure of any enterprise. Our city council representatives are essentially decision makers for the benefit of their constituency. Basically, that's my job, is to protect and to serve and promote your best interests. Implementation of an accountability, disclosure policy and procedure guidelines are a very powerful tool to ensure that the constituency's best interest is being protected and promoted. Think of the analogy of the sandwich shop. If you went into the sandwich shop and you were standing behind the glass where the sandwich maker is making your food, and it was tinted with limo tint, and you couldn't see a thing they were doing, it's a little uncomfortable. I want the disclosure in our city council to be a clear glass, no tint whatsoever. I want to see the ham or the cheese or the salami, whatever's going on that sandwich, I want you to see. That's just an analogy. Because I use the word public disclosure because the word transparency has been so diluted in the media and by our federal government. So that's what I mean. But the point is that every Fortune 500 company understands that if you have fixed guidelines that are followed for major decision making, that you can follow them, and it keeps the city council accountable. Number 2, a sustainable city balanced budget. It is a necessity. It's not an option anymore. But you can't achieve sustainability in a balanced budget unless you have a fiscally conservative mindset. Sustainability is a lifestyle. You and I both know, because it's basic household economics, that living within one's means does not achieve sustainability. Sustainability in a balanced budget is achieved when income sustainability and spending restraints are in place. Let me give you another analogy. There's 2 children on a seesaw in a park, and one keeps spending and the other is not spending. You see how it'll get off? We must have spending restraints in place. So when spending occurs, there are set spending restraints that'll tell us when it becomes unsustainable or out of balance. All right? Number 3 is very unique to my campaign platform. It's a proposal of a comprehensive, independent city asset and liability review. And it'll probably cost less than we pay these consultants every year to decide whether we should put angled parking at the lakes. Which works, now I want you to understand, this works hand in hand with our proposed accountability and procedure policy guidelines, with our commitment to a sustainable, balanced budget, and my promise to you for more public disclosure, transparency. I mention this because I want you to see the synergetic nature of my platform. How do we spend? How do we generate more income? How can we reduce wasteful spending? How can we reduce waste? All of these must be looked at from an independent perspective. I have an accountability and disclosure guidelines that I follow when I make decisions. It's publicly disclosed to you. And then each year, a asset and liability review takes place that makes sure I abided by those policies and procedures, that review and disclosure was properly given to the community, and then the independent eye takes a look at all of that, every dime that comes in and out of the city, and then That analysis is given back to the community and the city council, and it shows us we're on track. If we're on track, I can tell you right now, you're going to see a city surplus in our budget. If we're off track, you're going to continue to see the same type of wasteful spending that's occurring here. That is why there's no accountability in our current city council. So all three work together, kind of like three-leg analogy. We have to have accountability, we have to have sustainability, we have to have disclosure, and we have to have review. That is the success of my platform, and that's the success and the hope for a better Thousand Oaks tomorrow. My name's Todd Press. Thank you for your support, and please tell 2, 3 friends to check out my videos. You don't have to tell them to vote for me. I just want them to watch the videos and decide for themselves who best represents them, who speaks for them. God bless. Politicians in general, who operate as if without accountability.